Hey guys, small pond renovation. You're gonna love this one. We went and actually, I personally bid this project like almost a decade ago, and due to price choices and whatnot, I did not win the contract. These guys have loved their pond all these years, but they've been watching our videos. They called me up not too long ago and said, we would love your team to come in here, just redo the pond, tweak some things. We wanna put some bigger rocks in. They're all the little stones are falling. The grandkids don't feel safe. We want this thing to look a little more like one of your projects. Tristan and the team are gonna go knock it out. You guys like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you hate it, give me a thumbs down. Do something, just don't do nothing. I'm John G, Modern Design. Our team builds custom ponds, fountains, and waterfalls out of natural stone and wood. And you guys, you watch our pond videos because you think they're awesome. Thanks, I'm out.
So it actually is a funny story. Very rarely are we here to, not fix stuff. It's pretty interesting. So there's nothing wrong with this pond at all. Well, it's kind of empty right now and there's no wildlife in it. Someone consider that wrong. But these guys actually called Dad 8 years ago, and the price that he gave them is a little more than they were willing to invest at the given point in time. So they've had this lovely pond working the whole time, beautiful aquatic plants, everything was operating just perfectly. But they finally decided that they wanted it to look like something that we build. So we are here today to tear out a perfectly good, working, functional water feature and make it look like what we do. It's very interesting. One of the biggest things they want in this, their grandkids, they love playing around this thing. And as of right now, it's not very safe. You can just step on stuff and it all wants to fall into the pond. But we're gonna be coming in with some bigger rocks, getting some stability in here, tearing this liner out, shelving and shaping everything in here. So what we're about to do right now is we are going to start tearing out this crazy pond that we've got right here, and we are going to shape, shelf everything out to get back to a good canvas to start with so that we can make it look like one of MDA's ponds. So you guys stay tuned because this is going to be awesome. So this is what you have to do sometimes when you're in a no-fly zone. So you got this beautifully expensive drone, nothing to do with it. All right, left, let's go. I know where he went. You know where he's at? Still there?
Yeah, you should be crossing your bicep now.
He likes my jacket flap. Come here, little guy. Cute little guy. Oh no. No. It is wildly above water level, but I figure I should stop and share this with you guys. We weren't leaking, but this stuff is tearing abnormally easily. It's kind of mind-boggling. A little weird, if you ask me. A little weird. So, yeah, we're almost completely torn out already, and we'll be down to the mud hole that lies beneath in no time. So, stay tuned. Thank you. everything pretty much marked. It looks insane to you guys probably, but it does to us as well. So all these spray paint marks that I have on the ground right here, just a little explanation of what these are because it looks insane. This guy right here, which is the main one, that is actually our elevation we're chopping this shelf, and then the other spray painted line is the actual shape of the pond. So when we get done, it might look like Tetris because we accidentally mix and matched. You guys will see what happens there. I'm pretty sure we've got this because we have done it quite a few times. But one of the best surprises ever underneath of this liner when we pulled this crap out of here, not only was there 6 inches of water underneath the hole, and I just so happened to send the other half of the crew with our pump and clean out hose on a service call to go do some maintenance work on the other side of the known universe. So we actually shoveled this hole out, literally just shoveling water into a bucket. Pretty fun, actually wildly effective. If you've never done it and you don't have a pump, you might want to give it a try. So, man, where was I going? Squirrely squirrel. Oh, rocks. Yeah, so after we finally get this all out and exposed, this is the first job we have done by hand in quite some time. And it's all rock. So, about to get to pickaxing this hole out, and that's where we will spend the rest of our day pretty much. Here we go, sir. Game on. Get to work.
Game time.
There's always got to be the frog kiss. Don't you go back down to that pond.
Hey, look at that. He's coming back there.
Straight down the waterfall. Ready? Oh, that got it. So it has been quite a day. As you can see, we definitely got the hole dug. We're done. Completely done with digging. And this stuff, it looks so pretty right now. From what you guys are seeing, it looks like, you know, probably like real dirt. But if I take some of this stuff, this is what all of what we dug out was. The whole thing. And it's not exactly rock, but it's not exactly dirt. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of hard to dig by hand. And we got a lot of this stuff out of here. So tomorrow morning, we can hit the ground running. We've already got the boulders here. We're ready. We're gonna have someone taking that dirt elsewhere, dumping it in a hole, getting rid of it, the dirt, clay, rock, that stuff. And then we can finally get the liner in the hole and get to rocking. And that is what I am excited about. Because as rough as it was digging this hole, it was definitely worse. It was worse than placing rocks. They're just boulders. Pick them up. That's it. It was like impactful on my joints. I can feel early onset arthritis kicking in as we speak right now. It all hurts. My fingers don't want to open or close. Could be because it's kind of cold out here too. I'm just not wearing anything because we have been digging a hole all day long. I'm losing my mind. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys soon.
Oh boy. He's gonna send a stem. Oh! He's made the back for it. Oh!
I spilled a drop of monster too.
Oh god. Hey, nice catch.
So here we are, we finally got this rock hole dug out. There was this canal right here that was like this wide, and it was going straight through here all the way to the skimmer box, which was maybe fine when it was just liner in the bottom. But if you take rocks this big around in a canal this wide, think about this during your excavation. If you're gonna rock in your pond, you need to make sure your deep areas are wide enough to accommodate the rock size that you have. Because if we would have taken this canal with boulders this wide, there would have been a space like this big that the fish could actually swim back in there and get lodged in the rocks. So what we did is we actually created more deep section off to this side, peeled out a little bit on this side to get some more deep section, and we took that dirt and threw it into this canal and tamped it back in and chopped a shelf. Another part about this thing, so we actually dug this edge straight down, almost vertical. So another building tip for you guys, if you're shaving down a wall and you want to have a pretty much vertical rock wall, unless you have rocks that go all the way from the bottom to the very top, you want to make sure instead of digging that wall like this, you leave a little bit of tilt to it going back into the bank, because what's going to happen is we're going to come down here with these rocks that are, you know, roughly basketball, a little bigger, to build our foundation for this thing, and instead of having to pull them off the wall to give us a stair-step effect going back through there, we can actually build right up against the wall, and the digging that we have done will accommodate the steps that we have to make going back up there. The alternative would be to dig your wall straight up and then space yourself off of that wall with your rocks and backfill with a bunch of gravel every time you do a layer. So we're minimizing the materials we're bringing in, and we're minimizing the materials that we're taking out. That being said, skimmer box in, we're ready to rock and roll, and it is that time. Beautiful day, and we are off to the races. So you guys watch this thing come together. We're out. Instead of just hugging this back wall, if we come off here with the curve to keep the plant shelf, and then the rocks actually come in right here and ride along this wall so that it comes back, curves back in, and then into the waterfall. This can be pulled back and filled with dirt after the fact. You know what I mean? Because right now it's got a little bit of shape to it. I mean, not a whole lot. So going along that backside, if we can get any shape over in that corner without taking up the plant shelf, kind of the same thing. You know, you're going to be sweeping in pretty much straight with this shelf coming in for the framers being right here in order to accommodate having the plant shelf right there still. I mean, that rock is the perfect spot for a pot. But you're going to come straight in with this guy, and then it will be the same thing. Your framers are going to curve off this way. This guy's coming out with this wall, curving back in to this spot, and this will be backfilled with dirt so that it can give some curve. So really just trying to break up the shape of the outer edge, because as of right now it is almost perfectly round.
Fan, this is a must-see show.
Whoa! It's time to free them. So here we have it, folks. Finished pond. We've got our plant shelves accommodated on both sides. And like we had talked about, one of the coolest parts about this project and what really set it apart is the fact that everything worked when we got here. So that being said, we bring in all these boulders. These are all hand set, and some of these kind of tough to hand set. But the transition going from these type of rocks up into the stream where you've got the flatter rocks and the flagstone, you really have to start blending it in sooner rather than later to make sure it's not just a line from one to the other. And that was achieved right in this section where the stacks kind of met and went in with the flagstone, the different waterfall happening right before we get down to the 3 rock falls at the bottom here. But one of the coolest parts about this project is that our team, not just this guy, I wasn't even here yesterday for most of the day, and these guys went from here all the way to the other side of the pond. So big shout out to the team for what they rocked. They built this waterfall right here without me doing anything. But big props to those guys. It has been an awesome project out here getting this done. It's a little chilly out here right now and it's raining. And I wore the wrong outfit today. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Purely aesthetic build on this part. And we are just, you know, it just looks great. I absolutely love it. All the rocks are nice and stable. The grandkids can run around and play on these without having to worry about any of these falling in. We are good to go on that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up us, tell us what's going on. If you don't like it, thumb down us and comment anyways, because some action's better than none. So you guys have a good one. We'll be back with more projects, and I'm out.
That's it. That's all for today. That's all you get, guys. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me something. Use your little keyboard down there and type something up. Say, hey John, we hate the pond. Hey John, we love the pond. Tristan, great job, whatever. I don't care what you do. Just do something, because if you do nothing, what does that accomplish? John G, out.